Hi everyone, welcome back to On the Good Side. So today I actually wanted to talk about a cover that Viola Davis was on. Guys, you have to understand something, like I love Viola Davis, okay? Like I loved her even before How to Get Away with Murder. I mean, to be honest, I did not follow her theater career, etc. But I was aware of who she was. I knew when she popped up, I was like, okay, Viola's here. You get what I mean? And I feel like this role that she had with How to Get Away with Murder just kind of like confirmed like why I loved her in the first place. I mean, I did watch some of the interviews pertaining the show, and obviously she won an Emmy for the lead role in this show, and that was so iconic, and that was just such a great historical moment. And I feel like you just should have been in that room, you know, because she was nominated, Taraji P. Henson was nominated, and I believe Kerry Washington as well. And when she won it, it was like, you could see that it was like she wins, we win, like type of moment. Like that topic is trending right now. When I saw the cover, there was just so much that I wanted to talk about pertaining that cover, and like it's just such an amazing cover, you know. The first time I saw this cover, I think it was on her Instagram page, which I follow and I love. And I saw recently her and her husband started a production company, and straight away they said that they are going to be focusing on, you know, those minority roles and all these things. And it's kind of like a testament to what she's been saying all along about just empowering those voices that are often not heard and all these other things. So specifically to this cover, like I love everything about it. I love how dark her skin is, you know what I mean? Like they didn't, I feel like if anything they made it darker, and I love how it like shines, like it's just like so glimmery, you know. And then they chose this really dark blue or royal, it looks like royal blue. And I also love how the background of the cover is also like this dark color, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like it just amplified her in such a nice light. And I also love that they used this gigantic afro also. She just looks stunning. Like this was just a statement, you know what I mean? And I feel like people don't realize what a moment this is. Like I feel like me living in South Africa, obviously we are not, I don't think this is a problem here in terms of not having yourself represented in magazine covers and stuff like that. I feel like we see our people plenty. However, I remember when I was younger, there was the issue of the skin bleaching and skin lighting and all these things. And I've just always been aware that, you know, like there is kind of like a color difference or whatever. The reason why I want to talk about this magazine cover is because of beauty standards, beauty norms within a society. I feel like there's a particular topic that people don't talk about, but it's there. I wish I had someone to talk to about this when I was younger, because I feel like I only fully love myself now. And maybe it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be a journey where you question everything at first, and then you're unhappy with everything at first, and then maybe one day you appreciate who you are and what you are, and you know, the kind of features that you have. Because when I was younger, like it was just kind of obvious to me that everyone who was, I guess, brighter than me was more beautiful than me. It was an assumption. And I feel like I carried that with me for a really long time. And on top of that, you know, us as Africans, whatever, the way that your body is built is also like a huge factor in terms of how large your breasts are or how large your butt is. I feel like the thing with the butt for me was always a problem because I've always had a smallish butt. But people went out of their way to tell me that I don't look flattering in this, or I don't look flattering in that. And it's only when I started watching YouTube and I would see all these Asian girls who were just as flat as me, if not worse, would be wearing this really high-waisted denim jeans, and they wouldn't care like how their backside looked like. Only then I was like, is it only like a scandal here? Do you get what I mean? I was having those questions, and there was really nobody to talk to about it because of the fact that nobody was going through that. I remember I had one rant about it on Instagram, and I regret that because of the fact that I feel like it was just a stupid rant. But that is what I felt at the time. And I feel like Viola, in this one episode where this guy who's an incel And that's also a whole different topic. Basically was just trying to point out that he shouldn't be excluded from some algorithm just because he's disabled or whatever. And she said that you just want love, you know. And then Viola's line was, I'm a dark-skinned woman. Do you think that I don't know how hard it is to date out here? That was such a strong, like very powerful thing to say, because it's really how some people feel. You feel like you don't deserve certain things, or you don't deserve certain people just because of the fact of how you look and how society perceives you. I remember specifically, I think when I was younger, the whole thing of, I remember that when I was younger, I completely shut down like what it means to be beautiful, what it means to, you know, be attractive or whatever. I completely shut that down because I just felt like I'm not about to stand here and prove to someone else that I should be considered as attractive or whatever. So I just used all my energy to focus on other things, like my academics and, you know, career and all these other things. And now that I'm older, I feel like do you understand? Do you understand? But it wasn't always like that. It wasn't. And it took me a really long time. I feel like now you can't say anything to me. Like you just can't. You just can't. In terms of how I perceive myself or how I look or whatever. I think back in the day you could say something, I would flip and cry like on the spot. I was unsure about the standard of beauty and all these things. And I don't know how to fix that. I feel like you can either look at it in two directions. One, a person has to go through all those feelings, and then maybe you'll get to the other end and be like, wow, this is really working for me. Or it's kind of like you can't beat it into somebody. So maybe there is only one way to go through it, and that's through the struggle road or whatever. Another thing that I feel like some people don't understand is that people who are already pretty, and by pretty I don't mean like pretty, I just mean society's acceptance of that, they wouldn't understand. Like I feel like if you've never had to question that, and you have a friend who has those insecurities and you reassure her that she looks beautiful even though she does not believe it, I think a different approach is needed. I think you need to ask her, why do you feel unattractive, or why do you feel unworthy or not beautiful or whatever, rather than saying, you're beautiful in your own way. What the hell does that mean? Please, like, I just feel like I'd rather make it a conversation than put a sticker on it, because sooner or later the sticker's gonna fall off and then you have the same problem anyway. Because I feel like sometimes people just need to air things out. They just need to say that, you know what, this particular part of my body makes me feel uncomfortable, or this particular part of my personality makes me feel uncomfortable. That's why years back I did that perfect imperfections tag, because I could relate so much to it. Because all the tag had one thing in common, and that's to say that I know that someone else might find this attractive about me, but I don't, and this is why, you know. And I feel like after I saw some people's versions of it, I felt so much better about myself, in terms of these are people that you look at, you be like, oh, I wish I could look like this or whatever, and then that person will be like, I hate my legs, or I hate my arms, or whatever. I'll be like, do you know? It was just so eye-opening to me, and I feel like I want to be able to have that conversation with people in terms of what makes you feel like that, you know. And then maybe there's like an underlying issue to that, and once that is solved, that person could feel a bit better about themselves. Do you know what I mean? I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!